Israel and Hamas are approaching the final hours of a 3-day ceasefire, and Israeli leaders are warning the world that they won't tolerate a terrorist enclave in Gaza. John Wagi has more on the war of words that could again become a shooting war.
The stakes are high for both sides. Gaza must rebuild from the pounding it has already taken, and Israelis are more than weary after a decade of rocket attacks that produce constant stress. But the chances of a long-lasting agreement don't look good. Israel's finance minister Yair Lapid says if Hamas doesn't agree to a ceasefire, Israel will strike harder than it did in the first wave of Operation Protective Shield. And Foreign Minister Avigdor Lieberman tells the Jerusalem Post that Israel must get rid of Hamas in order for there to be peace in the region. Whether Israel forges a temporary truce with Hamas or not, the country's leaders can count on another war from the Palestinians, a series of UN investigations and criminal charges in international courts. The UN has already named what some in Israel call a kangaroo court to investigate possible war crimes committed by the Israeli Defense Forces in Gaza. The appointed commission head, Canadian William Shabas, won't even say if he believes Hamas is a terror group. Jerusalem says it won't comply with the commission, despite the UN's weak attempts to sound balanced.
Israel's duty to protect its citizens from rocket attacks by Hamas and other threats is beyond question. At the same time, the fighting has raised serious questions about Israel's respect for the principles of distinction and proportionality.
Hamas, meanwhile, tried to rally support among Gazans in case the most recent truce collapses, exposing the residents to another round of fighting. John Wagi, CBN News, Jerusalem.